Well, good evening. Hello and welcome to Overtake.gg and Single Seater Mondays in the rFactor 2 Club. And the not real 1984 Turkish Grand Prix. And as with last time we did this live stream malarkey from the Formula 1 thingies, I'm not alone in the booth. Say hello, Joachim.
Hello, Joachim.
I feel that you're a lot better prepared for this than I am.
As usual.
Yeah.
Well, last time we had computer-written documents with a map layout of the track, every driver with every car, and this time we have a A4 spreadsheet with a pen.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, analog is often better.
Yeah.
Hi, Paddy. Welcome along. Now I'll try to find the live stream on my phone so I can have a look at the chat there, because I need to use the other PC to move about the drivers on screen. Let's see. Leslie is still out there driving. We are a couple of minutes away from qualifying, aren't we now?
Yeah.
Should be like 10 minutes past or something. Quarter past.
Quarter past.
Yeah, so it's still still a few minutes worth of driving. Hi, Bequeathed. We are also, let's see, we are currently 8 drivers on the server. So and as usual, one of those drivers we're missing is one of the admins in the rFactor 2 Club.
Yeah, but he was in. He just left again. So yeah.
Yeah. And Darren is also working on his rig to get back in.
Yeah, and he's also has had a little bit struggling with the game is stuttering for him, so I'm not sure if it's frames that's a problem or if it's the hardware problem.
No, that's always a different a difficult thing to trying to find the right word. Not really getting it tonight.
No.
This might be a long evening.
Yeah.
Well, takes some fault finding.
Yeah. Troubleshooting.
Troubleshooting is the word.
Yeah.
Yep. No, Bequeathed, I'm not driving Formula 1 thingies. To be honest, they are cars that I don't really care all that much for. But then
you could say these cars are not our cup of tea.
No, not quite. I'm more of a touring car kind of guy. Touring car, yeah. Or GT racing, or yeah, the endurance racing things is more my playfield.
I prefer a roof over my head.
Yep. So if I do this, then I get a better view of what's going on too. Yep, perfect. So we're currently watching Dan. I should have written this down somewhere. The results from the last time, because I don't remember.
I might actually have them.
Ooh.
Give me a second.
Yeah, because I know that Dan is one of the faster guys. By the way, how is the sound balance for you guys? Is the game good compared to us, or do you need to adjust anything up or down? Mama on TV, yeah. Caught your spin on TV too.
I didn't keep the results from last time.
No, okay.
I have from Imola though.
Yeah. So Leslie is currently almost a full second faster than anybody else in the practice session.
Yeah.
And then it's pretty tight after him with Daniel Kent, Dan Rock, and Fulvio Phoenix, and Crash actually. They're all within half a second, all within 4/10 of a second.
I've been sitting here and spectating the practice session for a good hour or so, and let me say, Leslie was actually sounding quite surprised when you finally got under that 129 mark.
Yeah. Let's increase the volume of the game a little bit now. See if that that works.
There's something wrong here, Roy. Paddy says you are clear.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I am wearing my glasses, so that's why. Everything is sharp. Hi, Kay. Welcome along. And Darren going to be a world famous TV loser. Ah, well. There is a reason why I'm not driving these cars.
I believe we have a full grid now.
Yeah, now that Darren has logged on, then I think everyone who's signed up is on the grid.
Yeah.
Very nice. I'm flicking between all the web pages.
Yeah. While you're getting set up, I can inform the viewers that weren't with us last time that, as usual, when I am co-hosting this with you, I'm also listening to the guys talk on their Discord channel. So if I suddenly fade out or start laughing uncontrollably, you know why.
And the banter is going on.
Yeah, it's already going, so...
Yeah. So
we have a couple drivers who are eager to get each other after the last third day's race.
Yeah, I can imagine. Some targets been painted on some of the cars.
If there was a pink Formula 1 car on the track, you would know which one had the target.
So we're currently on board with Pat Eaton, who is the last one who has put in a valid lap time on the practice server so far.
You can see both Ole and Darren are also on their laps, I believe.
That's around. Ole is currently... Let's jump on board with him. He says, click the trackside button. Jump on board with Ole. Because he is putting in his first lap time of the evening.
Yeah.
As we're about to jump into qualifying.
Let's see if Ole get the time that's
Competitive.
He can compete with the others.
Yeah, he's a bit behind on the sector times, but yeah.
Not last.
No.
It's only Darren left, and he's going to the final corner now.
Yeah, that is his outlap.
Yeah. We might not manage to get a timing.
Well, it all depends on how gracious Edward is.
Yeah.
With the practice time. Wibble wobble whoop. Hello. Had a bit of blast on rFactor too early today to try this out. Really fun car and track. Yeah, I do like the track. The circuit is great fun to drive. I've driven it with the Super Touring cars in Race 07 back in the day, actually, when that mod was released. And I tried to get some club races done on the track, but we haven't been enough drivers who wanted to drive on this track for it to materialize until today.
So I just heard Edward saying to the drivers that everyone gets to finish this lap, and then we will go to qualifying.
Okay. The qualifying is sort of a standard session in the single-seater Mondays, where we have 10 minutes to put in, well, as many laps as you want, really. Compared to what we do on the Thursdays, where we usually have the Super Pole qualifying.
Yeah.
Darren across the line with a 1:37.1.
Yeah.
Well, he's under 10 seconds behind Leslie. Oh, and he's lining up for a kill. Yeah, we are changing sessions, of course.
Yeah.
There is a big target on Ole's car for Darren, because Ole did actually manage to take Darren out of the race, or crash him into the fence in the last race on Thursday.
It would be great if we could show that clip now, but yeah, maybe during warm-up.
I'm not really sure how to make that work.
Then we don't do it.
Yeah, probably better not do it.
Yeah.
Right, so the 10 minutes has started for qualifying.
Yep.
So people should be about...
Ulvio is the first one out on the track.
Yeah, in all of 128.5, that's a full 10 seconds quicker than I could manage. Yeah. But then again, the pace of the drivers in front is really...
Those guys are fast.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say unbeatable, but it's you need to do quite a lot of practice to be up there with them.
Yeah. I wouldn't say 10 seconds behind is bad in this field.
No.
Yeah, well, I'm happy if I'm within a minute. So.
Yep. So everybody's out warming up currently. We are looking at Edward, the admin of the evening.
Rocket Man.
Yep. Hi, Chief Spudgy? Spudgy? Sorry. Sorry, I missed your hello earlier on. I might be correct in thinking that is the guy who is actually responsible for the mod.
Might be.
It's just something that a spider sense are telling me. So they've been quite close together on the warm-up lap, but they spaced out a bit more going into the last corner. Trying to keep an eye on the sector times. Fulvio is by now fastest on sector 1. About 7/10 quicker than anybody else.
Oh, and he spun.
Yep, I'm back into the pits, so
Yep.
that's not going to be the fastest lap time on the board yet.
Not yet.
So watching Edward, who is currently now, as I say that, Edward was the fastest guy on the first sector, but Leslie is 1/10 quicker. Well, not even that. Half a tenth quicker. Ooh, a little bit of a slide.
You can see both Edward and Steve are going to get their first lap times just about now.
Yep.
Steve had the lead for a few moments there.
Yeah. Edward in with a 1:29.803.
Well, it's not a bad time, but he's still 1.4 seconds behind Leslie's practice time.
Yeah. Well, that's not a bad time for a banker lap, as Crash is going through with a 1:29.6.
Yeah.
So he is fastest by 0.123 of a second.
And Leslie just put in his first timed lap.
Yep.
A bit slow from Leslie there.
Yeah, a bit slower than he would have liked, I guess. He's a second down on Crash.
Yeah.
That is fastest on sector 2 and on sector 3, so he goes into the lead with a 1:29.664. He's 0.015 seconds ahead of Crash.
Also, Darren has put in his first lap time, and it's a great improvement from the practice.
Yeah, 1:32.9. He is ahead of Mr. Mirval.
Yeah.
How is the banana pizza?
Well, we both had the banana pizza, and I think it was great.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the big slide from Edward coming out onto the main straight meant that he didn't improve on his lap time.
Eat the banana peels.
Yep. Let's see who else is on the track currently.
We have.
Well, we can follow Darren on his way in for his second lap.
Yep. Also, Fulvio and Daniel is out to get their first timed laps any moment.
Yeah, I don't have any split times on Fulvio yet, but I see that Daniel is on the timed lap.
Yep.
Darren
is also.
Yeah, no, Darren is crossing the line. He was 8 tenths slower than his best lap time on that in there. He's just half a second behind Steve. Let's follow Daniel then on his way into the last chicane thing. Well, it almost is like a chicane. The last 3 corners.
We'd call it a combination, maybe.
Yeah, a big S. And Daniel goes 4th quickest with a 1:30.071.
It's a good lap time.
But it is an even better lap time for Fulvio, who is coming in through the last corner, because he has had purple sector 1 and sector 2. And goes fastest.
1:29.067.
Yeah, 0.6 of a second ahead of Dan. That is a very good lap time. Well, as Fulvio wasn't fastest on the last sector, because I can see that Daniel Kent is still have the purple last sector, but with 0.6 of a second. So Fulvio has potential to be a lot faster.
Yeah.
Let's see. Leslie is on a very quick lap. Well, he was on a very quick lap until he spun into the last complex, because he had the best second sector of anyone up until that point. Let's see. Crash is on a improved lap time compared to his best. He's got the car ahead of him. I'm not sure who is in that car.
I can check.
He is a bit quicker.
I believe that's Dan Rock.
Oh, yeah. slipstreaming
Actually.
all the way up until the almost straight into the gearbox.
Well, and then goes to the bits.
Yeah. Does Crash do improve? Yes, he does. In 129.611.
And Edward improves.
Yeah. He's there, 129.595, and Fulvio has improved his time too, I think.
128.620.
Yeah. And Daniel Kent has moved up into second position as Crash is spinning out, so he will not be putting in any more lap times this session. Let's watch Myrvolden, who is last on the grid actually at the moment. So we've got just over 1 minute left to start your final lap.
Yeah.
He has green sector 1 and green sector 2, which means that he do improve his lap time, as long as he doesn't do anything stupid out of the final corner, and he doesn't. And across the line for a new PB, but it doesn't improve position.
More gain there.
Yeah. That being said, there was 10 seconds between the top and the bottom in practice, but it's only 5.5 seconds in qualifying.
Yep.
So everybody is shaping. Yeah, that's a big spin. So everybody is improving.
Yeah.
Darren has improved even further. He's now 7th with a 131.288.
Currently watching Leslie, who is out on a time lap, as far as I can tell.
Yep, yeah, it is. Green sector 1.
He doesn't have the pace from practice, and I'm curious what's happened there.
Yeah.
Remember, he was the fastest driver in practice with a 128.5, so he should be faster than 130.
Yeah, he has the potential to go into pole position. He's slower than his personal best on sector 2. It might just be that the lap he had in practice was really on the edge all the way, and is a bit on the wrong side of the limit now this time.
Should be a 129.5 or something. 129.0.
129.0. That's a very good time to end the session.
Yeah, we can't compare with that.
No. So we only got one car on the circuit then, who is on a timed lap, and it is the one who is in pole position already. He will not, given the altitude on that car, he will not be finishing that lap, even though he was with a overall fastest sector 1 time.
8:6:20. I'll just write down the timings quickly here.
So we have Fulvio in pole position with a 128.620 ahead of Leslie, and Daniel Kent in third position. Leslie Burlache. Close enough. Sorry, Leslie.
Burlache.
Yep.
Or something.
Yep. Daniel Kent in third. Edward Rocket in fourth. Kreshnik Halili in fifth. Dan Rock in sixth. That's the second between all of them. Darren Bettany in seventh. Pat Eaton in eighth. Steve Legale in ninth. And Ole Marius Myhrvold in 10th. And I need to click the starting order thingy. Yep. An auto cycle. Yeah. Well, the overlay should be set. Horrible turn 8, ruined lap. Okay. Yeah, you were a bit slower than your best, your overall best in the second sector, so that would be.
And that turn 8 is also the dreadful turn 8, who will kill the tires.
Yeah, the very long turn 8 with how many apexes is it? Is it 3? Let's see.
Sure, actually.
On board with Daniel Kent. That's 1. That's 2. Oh no, no, that was not the right corner. Sorry. That was one of the earlier left-handers is coming there now. Hi, Hugo. Welcome along. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 apexes along turn 8.
Yeah. As I heard Edward saying during practice, if you go flat out with, no guts, no glory attitude,
Yep.
that right front tire will wear out quickly.
Yeah. So we're staying on board with Daniel Kent for this. We are in the race session, so we are on the what you call it, not the formation lap as such, but the what is it called in English? Recce?
Yeah, almost like a recce. The name just dropped out of my mind. Just to give me a moment, I'll check.
Yeah, reconnaissance lap.
Reconnaissance lap, that's correct.
Can you tell that we're not that fluent in English?
Why did they give us this job?
Yeah.
I wanted to be a marshal.
Yeah. Well, we're this horrible at English and speaking. You can then imagine how horrible we are at driving.
The stupid thing about this is reconnaissance lap is almost the same in Norwegian.
Yeah, it is.
I don't believe I've ever said the Norwegian word a single time we've been driving this game. It's always been the English word.
Yeah, it has. So Daniel Kent is out on his second warm-up lap. Is anybody lining up on the grid? That's a
So yep, we have 2 cars on the grid, but I also heard Crash got punted from behind.
Oh.
I don't see that there are any problems with the car. He's in the pit lane.
Oh, that's not a good. Trying to find a good camera angle for the start line, but that was easier said than done.
I think you might have to go and
There we go.
use the what's it called, the free cam.
Well, thanks, Paddy. Your English is as good as your driving. I don't know how that is. What that says about either of those things. Let's see. Of course, I have a zoom button as well.
I guess in our defense, it would be great to hear those guys talking Norwegian.
Yeah, that's true. But the stupid thing is that we've done so many race commentaries over the years, so we probably should know a bit more of the correct words for motorsport.
But you know how it is. This is on the spot commentating. We're not prepared. Then the words will be struggling a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think we're missing. I was going to say that most people are on the grid, but we're missing half of the left column of cars.
Yeah. Ooh. If you go trackside camera and watch the last 4 cars, you actually have a great camera from behind.
Yeah.
But then again, you have a great camera from the front, so don't change it.
Yeah, I figured I want to do like this because I can have the lights on the top.
Yeah. But the lights on the top does not show on your camera?
No, because they're not lit yet.
Yep, the red ones are.
Oh, is it one of those? I've hoped that it would be red on both sides.
But I can watch from behind and you
Yep.
can watch from front.
Everybody is set on the grid then. No,
Sliding.
they're not. We're missing one car on the driver's right.
Yeah, that would be Dan Rock.
Yeah.
He's in the last couple of corners now.
Yep. And Fulvio is adjusting his position in the box.
Also adjusting his mirrors. He had some problems with the offset mirrors.
So in the race they will be having to preserve the tires and turn rate. Yes. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Unless they are going for it and figure that it's faster to do quick lap times and then do a pit stop to change tires. But I don't know what's the optimal thing to do here, because compared to the older tracks that we used in the past, this track has a pit speed limit or a pit lane speed limit.
Yeah.
Which is not 400 kilometers an hour.
I didn't hear exactly how fast it was, but it was so slow that most of the guys actually got a drive to penalty in practice.
Yeah.
5 seconds until timing goes out.
Yeah, okay.
Lights are off. Red first.
Yeah.
Green. Oh! Ole has stalled it.
Yeah. Fulvio is leading the field into turn 1. And it's Leslie in second, Daniel Kent in third currently, Edward in fourth. And then everybody else is behind.
Yeah.
I
Ole
can
got off the grid after a long wait there.
Yeah, he's 11 seconds down on the lead. Oh, and there's a spin in the background of the shot. That's Dan Rock who's spun around. Fallen down to 7th. Pat Eaton is in 7th. Sorry, Dan Rock in 8th. I thought I could see more cars across the track in the background there too, but I couldn't pick up on who it was.
It looks like they got around and kept going.
Yep.
I could see from the scoring that Dan was the one who lost most positions, but he's still on the track and kept going, so might not lose too much.
Now it is 38 laps that we're driving, so he has some time to claw back time.
And he is a fast driver.
Yeah, and as we could see in practice and qualifying, that one of the middle corners on the track is also a bit tricky.
Leslie just passed Fulvio.
I did, and I was struggling to find the right button to push, so he just didn't catch that on outside of the camera and of the TV camera. And Edward is also quite close behind there. The top 3 is separated by 0.7 of a second. Ole did get started eventually.
Yeah. He lost about 10-11 seconds.
Yep. And he's only 2 seconds behind Steve currently. Oh. Yep. And the top 3 is actually starting to pull away quite a bit from Daniel Kent in 4th.
Yep.
So we might be looking at the different tactics already, and Fulvio is around and around again. Yeah, well, he managed to stop before before he hit anybody else, but
I'm so lucky I have a replay function here. It seems he just went on the grass and spun himself.
yeah. Just dropped one more position than to Darren. And he's about to lose another one. No, he's coming back through past Darren. Oh,
That's a close one.
yeah, that was Pat who was really... Oh, and another touch in the background for Pat with down rock.
That double is not over yet because Pat is right on the tail of Dan.
Yeah. Not close enough to go past in turn one. Daniel Kent has also had a spin or something because he's now last in the grid.
Yeah. That went unnoticed for me, so I'm not sure what happened there.
No, not for me either. Yeah, no, so we're into lap 3. Leslie is in the lead by 2/10 ahead of Edward. Crash is in 3rd, he's 4 seconds down. Fulvio is 4th now, he's 9 seconds down. Darren in 5th and Dan in 6th, 11 and 12 seconds down. Pat 7th, Steve in 8th, Ole in 9th, and Daniel Kenton is rounding off the field in 10th position.
We are 3 laps into the race and the trash talk has already begun.
Yeah.
Edwards attacking Leslie.
Yeah. Well, almost, but didn't manage to get there completely.
Was side by side into this final corner, but he backed off onto the straight.
Yeah, the two teammates.
Well, the way they speak together, I'm not sure if they're teammates.
Yeah. Well, the old school kind of teammates that doesn't really stand each other.
Yeah.
Well, Edward seems to be a little bit faster in the middle of the corner compared to what Leslie is doing.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Leslie is trying to save the tires or if just Edward is faster overall.
Yeah, well, Edward is certainly more aggressive. He's a lot tighter on the inside through all of turn 8, really.
Ole just passed Steve.
Yep.
I knew that there has been some banter between Ole and Steve a few laps ago as well.
Yeah.
Something about Steve leading the last race with almost 20 seconds early on. Oh,
Yeah, oh.
Ole spun.
Yeah, I was about to say that there was a nice little group of cars there, but then Ole spun and wrecked that.
As usual, he has to destroy everything we talk about.
Yeah, you can't have anything nice. Well, he's back running again. So Steve then is into 8th position. Fulvio just put in the fastest lap time of the race with a 1:33.9.
Yeah, he's out on a mission now.
Yep.
Trying to catch the others.
Yep, 7 seconds behind Crash. There is, well, the closest battle we have on track currently is between Darren and Dan for 5th and 6th position. Dan up on the inside, but there was no room.
Oh, and he got hit.
Got a tag by Pat. And lost quite a lot of time on that. Dan, he's down to 10th, so that was yeah, it was maybe an optimistic move, but well, the door was firmly shut in his face.
Yeah. He also might have locked up the wheels during braking and then the car goes around.
Yeah. Of course, he did get a little bit of a touch in the middle of the corner, and if you're already on the limit, then it's so easy to unsettle the car enough to spin with a touch like that. So we're 5 laps into the race then, and Leslie Burlard is, that's the second way of pronouncing it, is in the lead by 1.5 seconds ahead of Edward Rocket now. It's 5 seconds down to Crash in third, and Fullview is still in fourth. And he's still 7 seconds behind Crash.
I must say I'm quite impressed with Darren.
Yeah.
You have to remember this is his second week club racing on Overtake.
Yep. Yeah, it is.
And he is driving with VR.
Yep. And first time in a new rig.
Yeah. Even though we broke it on practice.
Yeah. I said teammates with Edward and Leslie. They're not. They are in different teams.
Yeah.
Just from the camera angle I had at the time, it looked like it was the same paint scheme on both cars.
Similar colors.
Yeah. But alas, no. And I can see that Ole is closing in on Steve for that 8th position again.
Also, Pat is closing in on Darren. Might not be long before he's trying to make a move. And here comes the move. Darren closes.
There I closed the door, and yeah, Midville is not close enough to do anything on Steve Legale. But he's got a good run out of the last corner. Goes up on the side, and of course has the inside line for turn 1 and goes through.
Pat is going for another try on Darren. Goes on the inside, tries it. So outside lane now. Keeps behind.
Yeah.
Well, the only one who's gaining on them now is Daniel Kent. He's catching up to them.
Yeah. It's just, staying a couple of meters behind, so that whenever something happens with the 2 up ahead, he can just pounce.
Yeah. I think Steve just had a spun because he's way back now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he is. He's 10 seconds behind Ole now. Oh, and is there a change in the back? No, it wasn't. No. It wasn't.
Trying to keep up with the battle between 5, 6 and 7th, but at the moment it's like Daniel Kent is trying to pass Pat instead of Pat trying to pass Darren.
Yeah.
This is a close battle.
Late on the brakes and through on the inside.
Yes. And also Daniel might be passing Darren in the same section. Oh, lost it on the out of the corner.
Yeah, a bit more unsettled out of the corner.
Yeah.
Trying around the outside in turn 2.
Well, if you can manage to keep the speed and also get some grip, might help. But no.
Yeah, no, he didn't manage to hold on.
Steve is in the pits.
Yeah, and Darren has a big lockup and almost hits into the side of Daniel Kent. Yeah, Steve Legale in the pits, so if he might have had some massive flat spots if he had a big spin. Oh, and Darren is almost off the track and gifts the 6th position to Daniel Kent.
Yeah. And we also have Ole joining the battle.
Yep. That is the nice thing about these battles, especially for drivers who are a bit behind. They can gain massively on that. But yeah, Steve in to fit new tires on lap 8. So he almost dropped a full lap down, doesn't he? 90 seconds. Yeah.
90 seconds, that's 130-ish.
Yeah.
Might have had some damage on the car as well.
Yeah, could be. Well, seems like Daniel Kent is pulling away from Darren Bettner currently, as we have Meerwald all over the rear end of that car instead. Is he close enough for a positional change into turn 1? No, he's not.
Sorry for laughing, I just heard a comment from the drivers. The common question on this race is how's the tires holding up? And as we see Ole and Darren battled hard.
Yeah.
One of the questions was, Darren, how is your tire colored? Multicolored.
Yeah. Oh, and around on the outside. Oh, and Darren spins. Well, that was a very quick end to that battle.
Yeah.
But we have another battle going on because Pat Eaton is only 0.2 of a second behind Daniel Kent.
Those two are
big slide. Well held.
Yeah.
That was a massive slide. And they are coming down towards the last few corners of the track. But of course, Pat is a little bit too far behind at this moment in time.
Yeah.
Given the big slide. But it's keeping him honest.
So when the guys are talking about colors on the tires, it's almost always about tire wear.
Yeah.
And I just heard Leslie comment that his tire is a black glowing boy, or something like that.
Yeah. Well, he has some heat into those tires then. Right, and all of a sudden everything just calmed down a bit.
Yeah, well, to be honest, it is good for us.
Yeah.
Trying to keep up with everything.
Yeah. Now I'm looking at the times, and Ole is some tenths faster than Pat in most of the sectors, so he's closing in little by little here, as Pat also has to let go of Daniel Kent, because there's 2.5 seconds between them now. So Pat might have started to struggle a bit with the tires.
Also, Leslie is currently catching up on Steve, so he's almost going to lap Steve. Maybe the next 2 laps he's right on his tail. I can see there's only a few corners between them.
Yeah. Yeah, Leslie was 0.5 second faster on the last lap time compared to what Steve had, so... Oh, and Ole is passed!
Yeah.
I'm looking at the live timing, and then Ole puts in a move on in the last few corners. Can Pat come back into turn 1 though? No,
Might
not
be.
quite close enough. But you look away for 1 second.
Yeah.
But the good thing
That's
is...
why we should be having this big commentator tower on the middle of the track where we can see the entire track.
Yeah.
Kind of like Rudskogen.
Well, this is also why we are doing better at endurance racing rather than this hectic stuff.
Yeah.
But speaking of drivers who are closing in on each other, Fulvio is now only 1.2 seconds behind Crash.
Yeah, I've been watching that battle going on for a few laps now, and Fulvio is faster than Crash, but Crash is stable.
Yep.
Yeah, it might not be an easy pass when he gets there.
Oh, this sheer aura is making Pat lose his car. Well, it is strange to see Ole in something without the color pink on it out on the track. So another lap done, and another lap where Fulvio has been the fastest car on the track.
Yep.
Albeit only by, well, 0.3 of a second compared to what Leslie put in. But this is currently the closest two cars we have on the track, at least for position. Steve is trying really hard to not go a lap down on Leslie. And Steve did actually put in his personal best lap of the race on the last lap with a 1:34.4. So he was slightly faster than Leslie on that lap. And Fulvio
He
is...
has new tires.
Yeah. Yeah, of course he does. Yeah. And Fulvio is now well under a second behind Kreshner. It's just a couple of tenths now.
This could be the lap to make a move.
Yeah, well, Kresh had a lot better exit onto this long back straight because he was pulled away a bit compared to Fulvio. But
as we seen earlier, Fulvio is the man who makes the moves where there's no way to make a move for anyone else.
yeah, and it looks like he has a lot better tires because he regained that time very easily over the last few corners.
Ooh, Edward is in the pits. I was certain Edward was off the track.
Fulvio is keeping a lot narrower line through the first few corners.
Tire saving?
Yeah. It could also be that Kresh has overdriven his tires a little bit.
Yeah.
Overheated them.
You know, the longer you keep the tires fresh-ish, the fewer stops you have to make.
Yeah. Oh, now up on the inside. Will it be on the outside? Yeah. Well, Kresh let him go there.
Yeah.
Must have done.
Brakes.
That's a bold move going on the outside in turn 8.
Yeah. Must have made it toll on the tires.
Yeah. So with the pit stop of Edward, then that means that Fulvio is now up to second position overall. And Ole has spun.
Yep. Means both Pat and Dan has passed Ole.
Yep. And it's only 0.4 of a second between those two up ahead there as well. So this is where the fight is on now.
Yeah. Dan Rock is not a slow driver, so this could be quite an entertaining battle.
Leslie is in the pits.
And that means Fulvio is leading the race again.
Yeah. Oh, and Dan has a lot better exit.
And he's passed for a moment.
Yeah, and he has the inside as well for next corner.
Yeah, but then again, there's the right side.
Oh, yeah, well Pat hasn't given up yet.
No.
And all of this also. No, Pat with a lot better exit. But the best exit of everyone is what Ole has. But he had to back out of it, and Pat is coming back past again. Everybody just with the accordion effect of Dan's slight off in the last corner there. It looks like the Ferrari have more wings. Yeah. That might be it. That will of course also help a little bit with the tires.
Yeah, I heard them talking about it in practice, but I didn't hear what they were saying in regards of which wing they're using.
No. Oh, and Mirval up through past Pat. That was rather easily past Pat on the top there before going down through turn 8. Leslie is on a fresh set of tires, I can tell, because he just set a purple second sector straight out of the pits.
And Fulvio's in the pits.
Fulvio's in, yep. So Crash goes through up into the lead then.
So we have an almost Norwegian leader.
Yeah, yep.
He knows Norwegian. That's good enough for me.
Yeah, we have a Norwegian speaking leader at least, yeah. And we are watching Leslie now, because he is again behind Edward, so Edward had a better pit stop.
But it's real close.
Yep.
Edward's the fastest car on the track at the moment.
Yeah, because he just put in the best lap time of the race with a 1:33.4. So that is 7/10 faster than the previous best lap, I think.
And Fulvio is back on track in 5th position.
Yeah, Pat is in the in the pits.
Yep, and Darren joins him at this moment.
Yep. Yeah, it was fun, yes. Everything is happening everywhere all at once.
Even though we are 2 people watching, we can't see everything.
No. I was gonna say that Steve was catching up to Darren, but that is of course because of the pit stop.
But then again, he has caught up 10 seconds from the total of the race.
Yep. And Steve is past Pat as well, because they were pretty close together once Pat got out on track.
Yep.
But of course Steve came out with, or has warm tires, and Pat's tires was cold, so he didn't waste any time to get past.
Darren got a drive-through penalty. Hearing him talk about something about the penalty. I can't hear exactly what they're saying. I'm trying to listen.
Yeah. Oh, big slide by Leslie. That opens up a little bit for Leslie. Oh, sorry, for Edward.
Steve had a really wide corner here.
Yeah, Pat is back through.
Yeah, his game froze.
Oh.
But he managed to keep going.
Yeah, I can see his was just shy of 2 seconds behind Pat.
Okay, so we have just heard on the Discord channel that the live steward has removed the drive-through penalty from Darren Bentley.
Yeah. Leslie have the same driving style as Keke Rosberg in Estoril 1984, as he always drove sideways. Oh, Crash is in the pits.
Crash is in the pits, yes, and that means Edward is leading.
Yeah.
Will Crash come out before Fulvio? No, he won't, because Fulvio is passing now.
Yeah.
The next one then is Dan Rock. He's in the last corner at this moment. But Crash is finished. So
Yeah.
Krishnik is back in 4th position.
Yep. Right, we have Leslie now chasing Edward, so let's go on board with Leslie for a full lap. You could hear the tires squeal for grip through turn 8.
Yeah.
Oh, good slipstream and straight past, but can he stop in time for the corner? No, he can't.
Oh, that's a good one.
And a little bit of a lock-up. So Edward stays ahead, but that was a magnificent slipstream and a big run into the final complex.
Look at that lap time Fulvio just put in.
Yeah, Fulvio with the 1:32.9.
That's a man on a mission.
Yep.
He's going all in now. believe Leslie's given up on catching Edward.
No, 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 no. He's throwing everything at him, both here and on Discord.
Well, it's been a quite calm conversation between those two.
Yeah, well, while these guys are a little bit further apart, let's go back to Steve and Pat. We're fighting over 8th position because they are closing back in, closing back together.
Yep. Yeah, Steve is actually faster than Pat on the lap times overall, but
Yeah. He was 4 tenths faster on the last lap.
Yep. And I believe Pat has fresher tires.
Yeah, I must admit I have lost the overview of the pit stops already.
This is one of those things I should write down.
Yeah.
Who went into the pits when?
And I start to know why there is one guy running cameras and 2 other guys doing the commentary, usually on the professional esport live streams.
I remember those days.
Yeah.
Oh, Daniel just passed Ole. Ole was off the track, I believe.
Yeah, it must have been. He's 4.5 seconds down. Oh, yeah, do you have an update for pending for the mod? I held it back for the race. That is that is nice. At least it makes it a little bit easier for everyone to keep what they had in practice leading up to the race. Some wildly different lines through the final 2 or 3 corners.
Yeah.
It looked like Steve had a better exit. But he didn't manage to catch up anything on that lap.
Let's see, Chief Spurgi comments he likes how the drivers treat each other fairly.
Yeah, that is one of the things in the clubs at Overtake. We race hard, but we race fair.
Yeah.
Unless you're Ole and drive a touring car, and then you punt the new guy off.
Yeah, really hard. Yeah, we have this golden rule that says if you are unlucky and hit someone and they go off the track and they lose a position, you have to wait and let them gain back their position.
Yep. Oh, Pat was far off the track there. Dan is back in the pits.
Yep.
From 5th position. Oh, and now we get the attack through on the inside. Yes, can Pat slipstream and get back by? It looks like he's trying. No, he backs out of it. That was oh, but oh no.
Oh.
He had a half spin in the background there. Locked up the rear tires a little bit, I think.
Oh, Leslie punted Edward. Both are off the track.
Let's see if I can get the replay of that.
Holy.
Oh yeah, that was very late on the brakes. Very late on the brakes.
Dan Rock has DNF'd.
Oh no, straight out of the pits and into a DNF.
What happened there? Did he blew his engine or something?
No, it could be a disconnect. Because I believe that has happened in the past.
I don't see him disconnected from the server. Oh, big crash.
Yeah, that is it Darren?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Darren.
It must be Darren, yeah, because he's a lap down. But you know what? After that shunt between Leslie and Edward, Fulvio is now smelling blood.
Yeah.
1.7 seconds behind Leslie currently, and
Yeah,
he's faster.
Yeah, and he's also putting in really fast lap times.
Yeah. 7/10 faster just in the first sector alone. So Edward has a gap of 4 seconds now, but the fight for the second position is hotting up at lap number 21 out of 38. So we're well over halfway through the race already.
How the time flies.
Yeah, it was a proper dive bomb. Yeah, I think he might have just missed looked at something else rather than the breaking point.
In the Discord, they're talking about Edward braking a little bit early, actually.
Yeah, okay.
Fulvio has damage to the car. I don't understand why. Maybe he was involved in that crash where Darren went off the track.
No, but he spun earlier on, so I don't know if he might have hit the fence or something when he was trying to turn back around.
But it's right on the tail of Leslie now.
Yeah, 1.5 seconds between them. And again, half a second faster through sector 1.
Yeah.
And I think
But
Fulvio
that,
did have a pit stop before Leslie did.
Yeah, he did. But with that crash Leslie had in the rear of Edward, he should have some front end damage, I believe.
Yeah, I would guess so. Oh, let's go on board with Fulvio then, because he is yeah, half a second faster in sector 1. He is a tenth faster in sector 2. But you can visually see that it's catching up in the corners, the last few corners there. So 25.8 in the last sector for Fulvio, and we didn't get... No, 25.5 for Leslie. So Fulvio lost a couple of tenths in the last sector. But overall 4 tenths faster on that lap. But yeah, it is like Chief Spudgy said, that he must be on a higher wing setting with more downforce on the car. Especially since he gained almost a full second over those few corners.
Yeah. Just trying to listen in on the Discord if I can hear why Dan left the race, but there's no commenting on that. So. Only that he's left the race.
Yeah.
Well, I believe this is the only battle we have going on at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, because every other car are 4 seconds or more in between.
Yeah. Steve and Pat are kind of close, but not close enough.
Yeah, I know, it's 5 seconds between them, so it is actually closer from Leslie up to Edward in the lead.
I believe we will have an attack maybe this lap.
Yeah, it looks... Oh, big slide! Big slide! Oh, and a spin from Fulvio!
Oh.
A spin from Fulvio, but Leslie didn't spin.
Commentator's curse?
Yeah. Yeah, Leslie has also changed tires, and he's changed tires earlier than what Fulvio did.
And also Pat has lost 12 seconds to Steve at the moment I commentated that.
Yeah.
So, I'll just shut up now.
So you get a spin, and you get a spin, and you get a spin. Everybody get a spin.
Everybody gets a spin.
Oh man. Now Leslie got really loose to turn 1, but Fulvio could do that even better. And went all the way around. So the gap now is up to 7 seconds, and I guess that Fulvio's tires are quite a bit hotter than Leslie's.
Yeah.
Well, that was annoying, but 'cause that shaped up to be a really good battle. Stereo slides, yeah.
Yeah, well, the banter is going still, and Fulvio and Leslie are not agreeing on how that one ended up. But Fulvio is saying that he got brake checked, but I don't know.
I would think there would have been that the brake check would have been even closer.
Yeah. And also not on the exit of the corner.
Yeah. Then again, one of the tactics that I often use when I'm defending is parking the bus on the apex, because that makes it a lot more difficult for the cars behind to get through.
Be wide.
Leslie has not pitted. It says 0 pit stops. Well, that sounds wrong.
Yeah, I believe he pitted quite early, actually.
I
I
don't.
can check.
Yeah, you would see it on the lap time. That's one of the lap times.
Lap 10,
Yeah.
or maybe not. Lap 10, he doesn't have a lap time, but he only lost 1 position.
No. Yeah. No, he has had a pit stop with the change of tires, because I remember he came out of the pits and set the fastest second sector overall.
Lap 14,
Yep.
157.2.
Yep.
That's a pit stop lap.
Yeah. So it doesn't show correctly then on the broadcast overlay thing. I mean, I kind of wish we had proper live timing for this, like the one that I had on Friday when I was helping Daniel Radell and Ole Marius Myhrvold with their endurance race, because that was an even more detailed live timing than the one that I have available currently.
Yeah, but I only have the one in the game, so I'm not sure if it's better or worse than one you used. But
No, it is pretty equal.
Yeah.
Well, it pulls the same information anyway.
Yep.
Well, the gap between Leslie and Fulvio now is only 3.5 seconds.
Yeah, Fulvio is fast, so he's going for that second position.
Yeah.
And then when he gets the second position, how many laps until he's behind Edward?
Yeah, but he's running out of laps quickly now, because there's only 12 left.
Yeah, but those guys, they have to pit one more time. I don't believe they are able to drive an entire race on the second set of tires.
Of course, Edward, after Leslie spun, Edward got a bit of a bit of air between him or around him, so he could ease off a little bit. And as I say that, he's in the pits.
Yeah, I was just about to say it. Edward pitted after 13 laps, so it's 14 now.
Yeah.
And also Leslie is going into the pits,
Yeah.
so Fulvio is leading again. But then when did Fulvio pit? Fulvio pitted after 15.
15 laps. Well, it is a stretch. Yeah. No, I don't think he will be able to go all the way now. Yeah. On the set of tires. However, he is 15 seconds ahead of Edward. But of course, if well, he did a 133.5 on the previous lap, and the others, the best lap time of the others is like 133.4. So the last lap that Fulvio did on these worn tires were just a tad bit slower than the fastest lap time of everybody else in the race. So he's really found the balance of the car.
I'm sorry to say that Leslie is out of the podium chances now because his pit crew decided to repair his car. Well, he lost about 20 seconds in the pits.
Yeah, I was wondering why he was behind Crash, because the gap between them wasn't that big. But that do explain it.
Well, Crash has to go into the pits again, so he might be able to gain one position.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't believe he has the speed to get Edward and Fulvio as well.
No,
Depending on how Fulvio managed to do pit stop.
Yeah, no, he's 16 seconds behind Edward, so that's not gonna happen. And Fulvio did a 134.1 on this lap.
Should be going into the pits in the next 2 or 3 laps, I believe.
Yeah, possibly.
While Ole is up on 5th position.
Yeah.
Right ahead of Daniel Kent, who has just been into the pits and is on fresh new tires.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you that Leslie is on fresh new tires too, because he has the purple sector 2 and sector 3 on that lap, on that out lap.
If we were to put together all his best sector times, he would go 131.8. So he's on a mission now.
Yeah, certainly. It will be interesting to see how much faster the new tires are.
Yeah.
Because Edward has also put in a purple sector 1, and now he's at the purple sector 2. So the heat is on.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, I need to go and turn off the stove. And the purple sector 1 for Daniel Kent too. He's done the exact same sector 1 time as Edward did. Awesome. And Edward goes fastest of everyone with 132.0.
Wow.
That is 2 seconds faster on that lap compared to what Fulvio did. And that is also 7/10 faster than what Fulvio had as a best lap time. And Leslie goes through. Leslie goes through with 131.6.
Well, he might not win the race, but he is by far the fastest one out there now.
Yeah. And I'm watching Mr. Myhrvold, and he's only 2 seconds ahead of Daniel Kent, and Kent is catching up with his fresher tires.
But Daniel Kent was just passed by someone? Or did he pass?
No.
No, he's catching traffic.
No, both of them are together. Daniel Kent and Mr. Myhrvold. You might be looking at Steve.
Yeah, sorry.
Because they are in the same car. Yep.
Yeah.
Because Kent is all over the rear end of Myhrvold's car now.
But Fulvio had traffic. He just got up with Pat Eaton and gained a 1 lap on him.
Yeah. So easy to see that Daniel has a lot better tires than Ole does, and Ole just lets him through into turn 8. And then that's 8/10 of a second. Oh, what is it doing? That was 8/10 of a second on the after turn 8 there.
Edward is back in the pits.
Is he?
A drive-through penalty.
Drive-through penalty for speeding in pits. Yep, there we go. So he is...
He's right on the tail of Leslie then.
Yeah.
And right ahead of him is Crash, but Crash has not been in the pits yet.
No, I don't think so. Timing is still definitely glitched. It still says Leslie has not pitted. Okay, I see.
Well, we are only 2 of us, so the one who's controlling the timings and information, he has to get fired.
Yeah. side by side. Side by side for that second position. Leslie through. Keeps on the outside. Seems like Leslie has a bit less downforce than Edward does, because he has a lot more pace in the straight line.
When is Fulvio going to pit? This is getting quite intense. That's only 22-25 seconds.
Yeah.
How long does a pit stop take?
I've
Roughly 20?
got no idea.
If you can see on the timings, usually the guys who go into the pits, they have a lap time of 150, 154.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Edward did a 145 compared to Leslie's 132. So that's...
Then again, he was speeding in the pits. So,
yeah, no. Oh,
Leslie's ahead of Crash, and Crash lost to Edward as well.
Yeah. Can Edward get back through? Oh, this isn't touring. Oh, this isn't touring cars, guys. A little bit of a touch, and Leslie had a big slide, and Edward is back through. For now.
Last time Fulvio was in the pits, his lap time was 159. So that means he's 25, 26 seconds slower.
Leslie through. And Edward with a better exit and in the slipstream, but it doesn't seem to be enough.
Bequeathed wants Ole to go to the pits.
Yeah. And all of this fighting do mean that Crash is still keeping up with Edward and Leslie. Oh, and a big slide on the exit there for Crash, as I say that.
And also they are losing time to Fulvio.
Yeah. Well, not really. They were both Leslie and Edward was actually faster than Fulvio on that lap, but only by 1 2/10.
But they were down to 22 seconds behind.
Yeah, because Fulvio has been a lot faster through sector 1 again.
I have a feeling he's going into the pits maybe this lap or maybe the next lap, but his tires has to be toast now.
Now 24 seconds and only 4, well, what is it, 6 or 7, 6 more laps.
Yeah.
So he can afford to lose a second per lap and still...
But Fulvio has 15 liters of fuel.
Yeah, well, that might be a more of a limiting factor.
But one of the things people were talking about during practice. Oh, Fulvio spun!
No.
During the practice, when the tires are worn out, you lose about 4 seconds a lap.
So watching a replay of Fulvio.
Just an easy spun in the second to last corner.
Yeah. A little too heavy on the right foot.
Yeah.
And Pat has retired from the race too.
Yeah, there seems to be a server issue for his side of the race.
Oh, that's no good. Well, Fulvio did spin and is still 18 seconds ahead of Leslie.
Yeah.
Leslie, who's now got a second over Edward, who's gotten a little bit of a gap. Enzo should cancel that champagne. Yeah. Well, I said there was a second between Leslie and Edward. Now it's 3/10 again.
Yeah, those guys are close. You know, it's 5 laps left of the race. I'm not sure who's gonna win this.
No. Well, yeah, I do think that Fulvio will be able to hold on, but again, as long as he doesn't do any more of those spins.
Yeah, he keeps going. Not pitting this lap either.
Nope. I just remembered that I have more buttons to click on this overlay. But it seems like... oh, and a big slide from Leslie again in the middle of turn 1. And again they touch wheel to wheel. And again a big slide or a big wiggle on Leslie's car. Oh, and Edward held on to that one. I thought that he was going to go around.
Those guys are really giving the viewers some entertainment value here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have half an eye on the live timing, because I do see that Steve is a little bit, well, quite a lot faster than Ola actually over the last couple laps. So the gap there is also growing ever so close, but it's still 3 seconds between them. So we'll stick with the fight for second position.
Fulvio goes for another lap, so I don't think he will go to pits.
No, I think he's gonna brave it out.
Yeah. Sure, if I can see on his car how much fuel he has.
I don't know if you can see that as a spectator.
No, it doesn't show.
Yeah, because on the last lap now, Leslie was 7/10 faster than Fulvio. Edward was 1/10 faster than Fulvio on the lap. So at this rate, they would need another 38 laps to to get close.
Steve is right on the tail of Ola now.
Yeah, it's a second between them.
And smell the something coming from Ola's car.
Yeah. I can smell blood.
Yeah.
Oh, the big tank slapper from Ola on the exit there. This will mean that Steve goes straight through.
Yeah. But will he keep it?
No, Ola is later on the brakes. And he managed to hold on through turn 1.
Yep.
But Steve also got a good run out of the first couple of corners. Sticking with him.
Edward says he's driving with DRS open on his car.
Oh, this off the circuit, and Steve goes through.
That battle ain't over.
Oh,
Fulvio has... What happened there?
Fulvio's DNF'd.
What on earth happened?
I don't know. Looked at the replay. And Leslie hit Edward into a spin again.
Those guys, this ain't touring cars.
And all of this means that this all of a sudden Crash is coming up through and into the lead.
Who could have seen this happening 5 laps ago?
How many lead change on one lap can we have? Oh yeah, now I have no clue what happened to Fulvio there.
He just turned over on the left side of the track and stopped.
Yeah. Oh, and Edwards goes through a move into not last corner, but the third last corner. Crash! The big spin. No, he held on again.
Keep it together now. There's still.
Oh no! A crash with a spin, and Edward goes straight into that trajectory. Oh no! And all of this is a big gift to Leslie. And now Leslie leads. It's the fourth different leader we've had on that same lap.
And also, just to give you a notice, Steve is actually catching up on Daniel Kent.
Yeah, he
so
is.
He might be going into the fourth position.
Yeah, because he was 10 seconds faster than Daniel on the previous lap. So it looks like Daniel might have had a spin or something as well. Man, everything is happening all at once.
Oh, my stomach hurts.
Maybe fuel. Yeah, it could be. It could be.
Yeah, but he said on the chat that he had no problem with fuel. 15 liters. I don't know how much fuel these cars use per lap.
I've got no idea.
Well, we have the creator of the mod. He maybe knows.
Oh, he was asking.
Okay.
Steve has fallen a little bit back from Daniel again. So I'm switching up to Crash, who is really catching up to Edward on the brakes into the last complex. And Leslie has a 9-second lead now.
Well, I think I can say who will win this race.
Yeah.
But I won't say it.
No. And this, if I read this correctly, we are now entered into the last lap of the race.
Yeah, correct.
So Leslie then with a commanding lead onto the last lap. But then these guys are pretty close with 1.3 seconds between them. Edward in second, Crash in third. And suddenly Steve is under a second behind Daniel Kent for fourth and fifth position.
I think Leslie is in the final sector at the moment. No,
Yeah.
he's in the second sector.
Yes, he is.
Oh, he has flat spots on the front tires. I can hear it.
Yeah, into the final complex then of the track for the last time for Leslie.
What an amazing race.
Yeah, we had just about everything in the race there. Well, the only thing we haven't had is an engine that explodes into a big fireball.
Yeah.
So Leslie
Rocket goes like a rocket man into second position.
Yep. Ahead of Kreshnik Khalili in third.
And then we have the battle for Steve and Daniel, and Steve goes past.
Steve's through.
That's a dive bomb if I've ever seen one.
Oh no, Daniel might be out of fuel. Daniel might be out of fuel because he's stopping.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He's still going slowly. Maybe Ole will be kind and push him.
Yeah. Well, Steve Legale through the last corner then and going across the line in fourth position.
Here comes Ole.
Behind him, Darren Bettany was behind him, finished seventh. So Ola has gone past Daniel Kent then.
Daniel is still going, but he's going really slow.
Yeah. So a fifth position then for Mr. Myhrvold in this race.
Look at the final lap time for Ole.
Yeah, 1:31.438. So he had a pit stop 1 or 2 laps ago then for a fresh set of tires.
Darren didn't know he was finished, so he's kept going.
Yeah. And Daniel had to retire to the pits because the engine stopped then on the last lap there.
Yeah.
What a race.
Well, this this was something.
That was amazing.
It has to be one of the most entertaining races I've seen in a while.
Yeah, so many drivers and everything happening.
It kind of felt like a touring car race, but
Yeah.
without the touring cars.
Yeah. A lot of the attempts for bump and run. Oh man. I'm exhausted after this, and I didn't even drive one lap of the race.
I'm glad I didn't turn on my heater
Yeah.
before this race.
Oh.
Well, Roy.
So a rundown then of the overall positions at the end of the race then, with Leslie Burlage in first position, Edward Rocket come in second, Kreshnik Khalili in third, Steve Legale in fourth. I need to go to bed soon. Steve Legale in fourth, Ole Marius Biervold in fifth, Daniel Kent in sixth, Darren Bettany in seventh, Fulvio Phoenix in eighth, Pat Eaton in ninth, and Dan Rock in 10th. So, yeah, I think it's a nice place to end it, really, with the Darren doing pirouettes.
Yeah. Well, first of all, really entertaining race. This is one of the best ones so far.
Yep.
But who could see Leslie winning this race after that pit stop failure?
No, that's right. He had that too.
Yeah. 20 seconds lost due to damage repairs.
Yeah, that is really something.
Yeah.
And what a battle with Edward. Whew.
So yeah, I think we might want to wrap up this one.
Yeah, I think we'll end it there. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I hope that you have been at least as entertained as we have. Yep. And yep.
Join us on Thursday.
Yeah. We are doing the Fiat 850 TCs on Thursday. On Tobin, the short layout of Tobin, which is another one of the original rFactor 1 circuits that has been moved over to rFactor 2. And we are currently 10 drivers signed up for that. So that's also going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And that race, both of us will be taking part in as drivers.
Yeah. We'll be taking part, but we won't win.
Most likely not, no. Right, well, thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. Do enjoy the rest of your Monday, and we'll see you all later.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Keep this moving, yeah, let's start it on 3. Turn up the temperature to 90 degrees. I'll make my stance. You take your chances on me.
User disconnected from your channel.